60 miles southeast of Anchorage lies Prince William Sound, a saltwater bay surrounded by rugged cliffs. No highway leads to the seaport city of Whittier, but during the summer months, the Alaska Railroad operates a passenger service along a 12-mile stretch of coastline between the Portage Rail Station and the seaport. Even without a reason for going to Whittier, the scenery makes the trip worthwhile. Passengers are awed by the picturesque Bear Valley enclosed by snow-capped mountains. Whittier was spawned during World War II as a seaport and petroleum center. Today, it boasts a thriving sport fishing industry. Wendy Simpson, owner of a local charter service, takes visitors like these folks from Anchorage out for a never-to-be-forgotten cruise in beautiful Prince William Sound.
So are we the crew?
Yeah.
This type of sailing is known as hands-on charter, since the guest will be doubling as the crew. From setting the mainsail to swabbing the decks, they'll come back with enough sailing experience to join up with Sinbad. Even though the chief deckhand is rather young, he's obviously experienced beyond his years.
When I go out on the boat, this year I have my little boy Sean. He's 6 and he crews for me. He's a big help.
Well, I do a lot of crewing job, and I jump off the boat and get the line set and do other stuff like that.
I really enjoy having Sean out on the boat with me. He's a lot of fun on the charters. People enjoy him for the most part.
I also have to tell the people kind of what to do on the anchor. There's the anchor.
400 miles south of the Arctic Circle would seem a strange place to find the recreational boater. Yet, as thousands of visitors discover each summer, nothing can beat Prince William Sound for smooth sailing and breathtaking beauty.
The Prince William Sound is probably the most beautiful place you can possibly imagine. It's like 95 miles long and 95 miles deep, and it's just all these really beautiful islands that are just littered around in this generally very calm ocean. The marine mammals here are just tremendous. We have lots of porpoises. They come and play with the boats all the time.
And I'm a porpoise expert. Get out!
Ready?
There it is! Porpoises have little white spots all over. Sister comes up and jumps. The brother comes up before.
Often, strange sights can be witnessed in the secluded inlets and bays of Prince William Sound.
It's wrecked.
Why is it wrecked?
From 30 miles of wind.
How many people were killed?
None.
This rotting hull once served as a fish cannery, floating about wherever the fishing was lively. A violent storm beached the ship and brought an end to the enterprise.
How many years ago did this happen?
Very long. 30,000 years ago.
How many? How many?
30,000. Or 3,000.
The earthquake from 1964 was epicentered about 20 miles from Whittier, and it had a major effect on this area. The earthquake itself shook pretty bad here, but what happened afterwards was was just really amazing. This tidal wave came in and washed up to the 5th story of the baggage towers. There were some railroad cars that were on the tracks over here, and when the wave washed out, they ended up sitting on a beach about 5 miles from here on the other side of the canal.
These scattered train cars are grim reminders of the raw power that nature unleashed. The 50-foot waves that ripped through Whittier 2 decades ago traveled at the speed of 450 miles per hour.
Teaching people how to sail is a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put up the mainsail. So the first thing we want to do is take off. Sometimes it's a little confusing, but I think for the most part sailing is basically a pretty simple thing to do. And if people are given instruction, they can learn pretty quickly. This is the halyard, the main halyard. You're going to take it loose from the bungee cord here. Then you're going to set your foot there, reach up, that little hole there, stick this through it. That's what we'll use to lift the mainsail up.
The old cliches of feeling the salty breeze, watching the spray off the bow, and the billowing sails all seem to come alive when preparing to set sail in the waters of the Sound. Even inexperienced landlubbers manage to get the hang of things and feel like old sea dogs by the time a brisk northern breeze fills the mainsail. The many bays and inlets of Prince William Sound create a length of coastline that is greater than the rest of the U.S. coastline combined. Sailing through island-flanked channels, you begin to understand why Alaska is called the Great Land. Peaceful meditations are interrupted by a sticky halyard, and the chief deckhand gets to show us his stuff.
Come here. I got the halyard wrapped around the spreader up there, honey. I'm going to hoist you up, and I want you to get up there, and I want you to get it loose.
Gears and pulleys give the boy wings.
Okay, can you grab it there?
To function at such dizzying heights takes guts and courage. Sean is certainly earning his keep on this trip.
Oh, there we go. Okay, it's time to come down now, Sean.
No!
Yes!
No!
The chief deckhand seems reluctant to return to the deck.
You better let go of that. You better let go. Come on, time to come down. Come on. Now, Sean.
Old seafarers say you don't argue with the skipper if he, or in this case she, is bigger than you. 'Cause if and you do, you may have to taste the salt.
Thank you. That was good. Okay.
No, don't. I want to throw you in the ocean.
I wanted to do that.
Of course, if things get too warm while basking in the Arctic sun, relief is only a short splash away. But water temperatures are more suited for polar bears.
Let's see you do that again.
Go for the ladder.
Ladder's right over there.
Not every adventure is found on the waves, so they cut loose the dinghy and go ashore. A remote island offers the sailors a chance to do some exploring on solid ground. An afternoon stroll through lush green meadows dotted with wildflowers.
Look at these.
Salmon berries, moss berries, cranberries, and raspberries are part of the treasures that can be found growing wild, just waiting to be picked. A sunny summer day, a young boy and a berry-stained face all fit perfectly into a picture Norman Rockwell might have envisioned.
Brilliant. Good.
With satisfied stomachs, the adventurers leave the berries and head for the boat. But bringing up the rear, the chief deckhand gathers a few extra for the crew to savor in the days ahead. The Sound's sparkling blue waters are teeming with sea life. Anticipating a gourmet dinner makes the crew anxious to bring in the crab pots.
Okay, let's carry it down to the end.
Back to the stern here.
Let's carry it down this way.
Nobody will be late for supper tonight. Fresh-caught crab is a feast not to be missed. Think of it, a crab salad, shredded crab on toast, a crab Louis Supreme.
We got a starfish!
Oh, too bad. The pot came up without crab. So who wanted to eat the slimy crustaceans anyway?
It's like an octopus or something.
Hey, what about a starfish souffle? Marinated in white wine, sautéed with mushrooms? I guess they'll have to break out the sea rations. A day of sailing in the magnificent Prince William Sound can be a humbling experience. The soaring snow-capped peaks that give way to a vibrant symphony of greens and ice blue waters that make all other settings pale in comparison. When the salty northern air bites into the canvas, moving it along over the living sea, it gives passengers an opportunity to see Alaska at its best. Others may have been here before, but to you it was virgin territory, and you were the intrepid explorer. A fantasy, a dream, a summer playground called Prince William Sound.